What's up, guys? So in this video, we are focusing on finishing the triangle. Trying to keep the videos not too long. I skip a lot of details. I'm just showing details on the finish of how to strangle your opponent faster. We want to strangle them into unconsciousness as fast as possible, get in, win the fight, get out. Hope you can drill this stuff and add it into your game and be a little bit more successful.
All right, I've got Eric here. He's one of my students. He does privates with me. We're going to work on some details with the triangle to strangle your opponent out a lot quicker. We like to get in, get fights done with as soon as possible, go out and celebrate. So we'll start out super basic setup, and then I'm going to go into some details on the finish. So coming up hard here. So we're going to go with the super basic push-pull setup. So I'm getting double wrist control. I go middle finger to thumb. Whichever your longest finger is, you want to go to your thumb. If it's index finger, you go that way. Some people, their ring finger's longer, so they'll grab with that. My middle finger's longest, so I go middle finger to thumb. I push one, I pull the other, so I'm going to shove this into his chest. This is my push. My pull comes here. I open, my hips come up, and I clamp down. From here, I'm pulling the head down, and then I transfer to my shin. I keep my elbow tucked in tight. This kind of traps him in here, right? As long as I got my shin, I got like the big hook over my shin. I tuck my elbow in nice and tight. He's pretty stuck here, even without me, without my other leg hooked. As long as I keep this in tight, go ahead and wiggle out of this, Eric. Right? He's pretty tight here. I'm pretty connected. From here, I like to dive my hand under his leg to change my angle. When I do, I pull this up. I lock my triangle. My toes point towards my knee. Toes point towards my knee. I flare my leg out, so I'm getting my legs as close to straight as I can. Back of the head, I ball everything up, pinch my knees, and I get the tap. So once again, we're in here. I grab the wrist control. I'm push-pull. Open my legs. My hips come up, and I bite down here. Notice my legs across his back. I'm not crossing my feet right behind his head. If he postures up here, it breaks him really easy. So when I clamp down, my shin is across his back, and my other foot reinforces that on his back. So now if he goes to posture up, I'm pretty connected to him, right? It's pretty easy for me to break him right back down. Once I get his posture broke down, I go to the shin. This foot I like to put in the hip or the mat. I prefer the hip. And I dive under his leg. My elbows pinch tight, so he's in here stuck pretty good. Now I relock my triangle. I'm pulling this leg down. My toes come up. My legs flare out. I pull in on the head. I ball up. And I get my tap. You good there? Yeah. All right, so let's talk about if I can't cut this angle, right? That's my preferred method. So this is a little detail that I see people miss all the time, and it'll make a huge difference in your finish percentage. Same setup, I'm here, boom, I'm here, and I can't say this hand comes out, and he prevents me from coming this way, right? He might be trying to ball me up. If he's trying to ball me up, I'm shoulder walking, and I will frame on my legs. That keeps me from getting balled up so I can still finish, right? It's really hard for him to push down. I can start breaking things down. We're in the triangle. I can't get this angle. What I like to do here is a lot of the same steps. I'm still grabbing my shin. I'm still pulling it up tight. This little movement here is going to create a lot more contact with my thigh to his neck. So we're here, right? And I see people here all the time, right? I'll come here, right? This sucks. I can probably finish Eric here at some point, right? If he's really fighting, it's going to take a while. But if I shift this little bit so he can keep me from coming in there, but I shoot my thigh lower. Notice how this leg kind of came up. I moved my leg from this angle, right? It's almost straight up to this angle. Puts a lot more contact between his neck and my thigh. So once I get here and I lock in, right? Once I come here, this gets real tight. He's done. So that's the key. The Nate Diaz finish where he's flipping off the cameras here, double birds, That's because he had a lot of neck contact with his thigh. He knew it was over. So when he came in here, he was here, boom, up, right? He gets this, and he just, so it's a lot of contact with his thigh on his neck, right? We pull in, we clamp down tight, and this is going to be over in a matter of seconds. Good?
Yep.
So, since we're talking about the contact with the thigh to the neck, I can finish this with the arm on the other side if I'm going into different setups. So say I'm here, right, I'm off the side, and I go for this setup into the triangle, right? His arm's on this other side. A lot of people think they're safe there. At this point, he can create a good bit of space here, right, for blood to flow, so I can't put him unconscious. And a lot of people think they're safe just sitting here. That'll buy you seconds. If I'm here, same thing. I can shift this under a little bit and lock. His arm's on the wrong side, as people say, but I clamp down, and there's my tap. Right? You good? Mm. So those details are really thinking about getting pressure with your thigh on the neck will improve your finish rate on your triangles a lot. And you'll be able to put a lot more people to sleep.
Please, in the comment section, let me know what you think of this video. Also, let me know what little details you use to make your triangle finish tighter. And let me know if you would like a more detailed video on triangles as far as all the minor details go to make these things super tight and entries into them and options for failed triangles. So I hope you go out and play with these details some. I guarantee if you're not using it yet, it will make your triangle chokes so much tighter, and you will be putting people unconscious if they do not tap quick enough. I've had it happen multiple times where people were out before they had a chance to tap. As always, find yourself a legit gym. It makes a huge difference. If you can afford privates, get them. You will advance so much more rapidly. If you're in Virginia, check out the MMA Institute. I'm actually at the one in Harrisonburg. We've got lots of coaches here, piles of classes. Look us up. Get out there, drill, train, become hard to kill.